African catfish farming is another very lucrative agro-business to start with huge profit within a short period of time of about 3 to 5 months on the average. With all things being equal, on this video I'm going to give you details of the total cost of feed you will need to feed 1000 juveniles to table or market size. I'm also going to reveal a very important secret on how you can become successful in catfish farming even as a novice in fish farming business. I'm also going to tell you the best feed to use to attain 1 kg in 4 months. Ensure to watch till the end. What's up my people? Welcome to Life of a Farmer Love. You can also follow me on my Facebook page at Life of a Farmer Love for regular updates. I welcome all my old and new subscribers and viewers that are yet to subscribe. Please kindly click the subscribe button as we discuss issues relating to farming and how to grow your farm and make more profit. Please don't also forget to turn on the bell icon so that you won't miss other interesting video. Just give this video a like, comment, and most importantly, share for others to benefit. Without wasting your time, let's dive into the main cocoa. Most catfish farmers, upon starting the business, have to stop on the basics that there is little or no profit. This is not true. Don't worry, because I will reveal one major reason why you ran at loss. But for now, let's deal with what it will cost you to raise 1000 African catfishes juveniles to market sizes. Mind you, there are other things you will need to do when it comes to fish farming, which include water management, which I have talked about in some of my previous videos. I will drop the link in the description box and also at the end of this video. Feed is the largest cost of production in catfish farming, which accounts for 80 to 85% total cost of production. In other words, we will use 1000 juveniles to do our benchmark. But if you intend to stock more than 1000, then all you need is to multiply by the number you need. And if it is less, you just need to divide it. The first step you need is to get your juvenile fishes from a reputable and trusted hatchery. Once this is done, you are in the right track. The next step is to know the quality of your water. Let me drop tip number 1 here. It is very important that before the arrival of your juvenile fishes, make sure to fill the pond with water 24 to 48 hours. This will allow the pond pH and TDS, known as total dissolved solids, to be in a stable state that will be favorable to the fishes upon arrival or when introduced into a new environment of water bodies. You should be very sure that the juveniles should be able to pick or consume 2 mm conveniently, most especially Nigerian-made 2 mm. I have come to realize that most Nigerian-made 2 mm feed are bigger in sizes than the foreign feed. Not that the Nigerian-made aren't good, but from my experience, foreign feed of 2 mm perform better than the Nigerian-made 2 mm, and they are quite more expensive than the Nigerian-made 2 mm. And no matter what you do, you should know that at this stage of the fish, they need very high proteinous feed for them to grow well. I will give you a second secret tip shortly on how to make your catfish grow faster, even if you are using 2 mm of Nigerian feed. Now, for 1000 catfish juveniles, you will need between 3 to 5 bags of 2 mm feed. Mind you, some persons will advise you to use 2 bags of 2 mm. Based on personal experience, 2 bags for 1000 juvenile does better when you stock the shootout from the hatchery and sometimes the second batch. But outside these 2 sets, to be on a safer side and for your fishes to grow well, I would advise you to use 3 to 5 bags of 2 mm. In fact, I always advise my customers to use 5 bags of 2 mm if you are using Nigeria-made 2 mm feed. Once you finish using the 2 mm size of fish, the next is 3 mm feed. But before then, let me tell you the secret tip number 2. Before you switch to 3 mm, make sure to do your grading or sorting. This is a means of separating the smaller ones from the bigger ones, because there is no way they will grow uniformly. Once this is done, leave at least 1 extra bag of 2 mm for the smaller ones to feed on, while the medium and bigger ones can then switch to 3 mm feed. When you start using 3 mm feed, at this stage, you can switch to Nigerian feed, and for 1000 juveniles, you will need about 4 to 6 bags of 3 mm feed. Same rule is applied at this stage when changing feed, but in this case, you will have to leave 2 extra bags of 3 mm for the smaller ones to feed on. Sometimes you can make it 1. Same rule is applied at this stage when changing feed. That is, you have to leave 1 bag of 3 mm for the smaller ones to feed on. The next stage of feed is 4 mm, and for this, your 1000 catfishes will consume 9 to 11 bags of 4 mm feed. All these feed are extruded feed, otherwise referred to as floating feed. Because of the smaller ones also, you will need to leave 2 to 3 bags of 4mm for the smaller ones after you must have done your sorting or grading. The next feed to switch into is 6mm feed. But let me tell you one thing I also observe in most Nigerian feed, which is that most of the Nigerian feeds such as 2mm and 3mm have the same crude protein and energy level, unlike the foreign feed that their crude protein and even energy levels differs with sizes. I'm not saying all, but most of them. You can check it when next you want to buy your feed to confirm what I just said. For instance, a Nigerian feed of 2mm and 3mm has the same crude protein level and the same energy level, while 4mm, 6mm and 8 or 9mm, as the case may be, will also have the same crude protein and energy level too. The only difference is their sizes. For 6mm feed, you will need about 20 bags, and for 8mm or 9mm, you will need 30 bags. Sometimes there are some brands of feed that has 8mm, and there are also some brands of feed that have 9mm. Whichever one you choose to use, be it 8mm or 9mm, you will need about 30 bags. By the end, you will arrive at a total of about 66 to 72 bags of feed. That is, minimum bags to feed 1,000 fishes should be 66 bags and maximum should be 72 bags. The 72 bags is on a high side, but when you have slow growing fishes, this should be your benchmark. Another very important point to note is this: the aim of every businessman is to make profit. I'm going to share with you a big secret here to cut cost of production, but first, kindly subscribe, like, comment and share for others to benefit. Thanks. Here is the secret tip. Once your fishes start consuming 4mm and you intend to switch to 6mm, at this stage you can switch to local feed, that is pelletized, otherwise known as sinking feed. But in this case, since they are about to feed on 6mm, your local sinking feed should be 4mm size. This will enable better feed consumption of the sinking feed. After that, you can then increase to 6mm and thereafter 8 or 9mm as the case may be. You will be surprised at the weight in a very short time. Mind you, you don't feed sinking feed by broadcasting, but by spot feeding gradually. And once you notice these fishes pulling away from the feed, stop at this point, as this is a sign that they are satisfied. And lastly, because of the variation in prices of fish feed, I won't be able to give you exact cost, but with this figure, you can get the cost by carrying out a market survey to determine the prices in your location. I hope this will help you, and I'm 100% sure you will farm to make profit once you follow this rule. Please turn on the bell icon for prompt update. Like, comment and share for others to benefit. Please subscribe, turn on the bell icon for prompt update. Like, comment and share for others to benefit. Thanks and God bless. See you in my next video. Peace out.